let's head over to the Verizon Skybox with Achieves and Subi to see who comes out on top of this best of 7, the first match of the Fall Regional. Gen.G and Version1. Let's jump into it.
Thank you very much, Corelli. Achieves along with Subi. We've gone back in time. It's been a while since we've been in the booth, Subi, and glad to have you here with me for the opening day of the first playoff bracket of the Fall Open of 22-23. So what do you think is going to happen here? Version1, Gen.G. Version1 had a pretty decent schedule yesterday in terms of who they had to play, but Gen.G, maybe not so surprising, but a pretty clean run yesterday.
You know, I got to say, for me, it is surprising that they came out in the number 3 seed. You know, brand new team, 2 of these members going across the pond, like they mentioned on the desk. And to come into North America where the competition was so stout and to already make a statement says a lot for me, at least. But right now, they're going up against Version1, who last season were so successful and so consistent. And Achieves, I don't know about you, I am so glad that they stuck together. Too many times we see teams not find the quote-unquote success that they think they should have and split up. Not this team. They realize we're on the long haul.
Well, Com going to be taking the ball around the side. Chronic to delay, and Gen.G currently trying to figure out their way through on defense. Pass to Chronic. Torment with a great save off the backboard. Com kind of tied up on the back wall, so Beast Mode going to buy him a little bit of time. Jack just keeping the pressure up with the boost steal and hoping Nolly can find a way forward. Com able to dodge a couple of demos, and Chronic really aggressive there as the third man, seeing if he could find a way to break through that V1 defense. They had a pretty decent matchup against FaZe yesterday, went all the way to 5, and it's a good reason that V1 felt pretty good. Daz said it, they didn't really make too much of a roster move. Can definitely make a case for them ending up in the top 5 as Chronic having to dodge a demo, big save, Beast Mode pressing him hard. And Nolly had an excellent showing at a couple of live events last season, seeing if he can continue on at the start in the new region as Com pressuring the goal line. Beast Mode looking for some options in the midfield, forced to just punt it across. Com to buy some time as Chronic needs a little bit of help from his teammates. Nolly forced to pump it as well, and Gen.G kind of struggling to make sure that they hold on to possession. As Beast Mode, nice clean air dribble. Chronic gonna give Nolly a nice clean line at it. Torment, you gotta make sure you put this one in the right spot. Have to hit the double tap just to buy a little extra time, and it will be effective as Beast Mode continuing to press around the corner, looking for a little bit of help. Torment, little stutter step in it. Not quite able to get through Nolly. Com actually going to let that one roll for a second. Maybe give Beast Mode a cleaner line at it. Unfortunately, Nolly adjusting well. As Gen.G finally getting their feet set on them here in the midfield. They win a couple of challenges. They may be able to string something together, but that demo can kill all of that. Beast Mode has to buy a lot of time here. Nice read off the ceiling. Nolly. Trap is the right move. Got to try and force possession in your favor. Apparently, Jack giving a lot of ground, and hello, Torment. Going to give him a big tap on the wall. Clear up to Jack. Can he score it? Beast Mode not going to give him an opportunity. Beast Mode performing very well in the past couple of days in their qualifying matches as well yesterday. And Gen.G finally really starting to get some offense going as Beast Mode making another save here.
Yeah, my apologies on that, Achieves. You know, wouldn't be start of the season without having some tech issues, but hopefully I'm back loud, crisp, and clear, and I've been keeping an eye on this game, and it's been very impressive at how both teams just continue to go back and forth, jockeying for position in midfield, and I'm really impressed with the play that we're seeing from Chronic. He's coming into this and showing no fear in his eyes, especially going up against the likes of Version1.
A lot of physicality on Version1 as well, forcing a lot of adjustment from Gen.G. As Beast Mode trying to trap this one in the corner. He's going to lose out against 2 people. Apparently Jack now solo approach against 3 defenders. Can't find a piece of Com on the backboard. And it should be an easy clear. Chronic as well going to get stuffed out. Nolly hoping to take it across his net. Com wisely into his own back corner, taking it away from Gen.G. 50 seconds. No one able to crack the net. Shots actually coming at a decent premium.
Nice play.
And that's a beautiful pass indeed, but probably the one you probably needed to score if you wanted to win in regulation. Not too many opportunities actually on net here.
Yeah, and I don't feel like it was one too many touches. It was just a great all-involved passing play there, but just a little off the mark. Couldn't quite tuck it inside the bars. Chronic, big swing and a miss here in version 1. Gonna look to break out of their own half, and apparently Jack gets a piece of calm. Here comes Nolly, just keeping it alive, and awkward on that back wall, but here comes Calm, able to regain control, able to gain control of this ball. He's up off the ceiling, and no go here, and Achieves inching closer and closer into overtime, but big fake on the ball, and Torment tucks it under the crossbar.
They get one more look at it in the end of regulation. Nolly in the 1-on-3, Calm just getting in his face, making it as difficult as possible. Chronic knew he had to try and cover up. You can't beat the stone-cold veteran Torment. Ever since he found himself in a position to put shots away, he doesn't miss too often. Delivers a big one there for version 1, and unfortunately no overtime possible for Gen.G. They're going to take it away with 5 seconds left. Beast Mode, Torment, and Calm controlling the ball nicely throughout most of game 1, really forcing Gen.G to come and take the ball away from him.
Yeah, and I really love that fake that we saw there. Great communication from version 1, and that's what you're going to see against one of these, or that's what you're going to see when you're Gen.G, you know, brand new team, still figuring everything out. Obviously, Nolly and apparently Jack, tons of experience on their side, but version 1, experience as a team is what matters here, and just kind of knowing where each other are always going to be. You don't even have to chat in moments like that, but version 1, success in the final 5 seconds, and they get game number 1.
Yeah, great showing. Aquadome looming, and if you're looking over on Gen.G's side in terms of the adjustments, it's really quite simple. I mean, you know that version 1 was very focused on ball control there, so you have a couple of different ways to go about that. You choose to be real aggressive, try and control a lot more boost, maybe give up some stronger in terms of shot power or hit power in terms of the booming clears, and you maybe have to play a couple of balls over your shoulder, but you gain a little more map pressure. Or, of course, you try and pull the old South American approach and just dive at everything as fast as you possibly can, and see if you can make them sweat that way.
So many tricks you can pull out of your sleeve, but right now, Gen.G, they just need to focus on getting a goal. Game number 1, only 3 shots on target, and for version 1, when you've got a defender like Torment that is so comfortable up on that back wall, you've got to throw a lot on target to make him jump and make you respect, or make him respect you rather. As apparently Jack looks for the pinch, well read by Beast Mode. Here comes Beast Mode, and it's the dunk. Calm can't quite get the touch, but pressure going to remain in favor of version 1 here.
Oh, really nice job from Calm as well. Stole the boost in the corner, boxed out apparently Jack from getting a clear up onto the blue side, and it's netted V1 an extra opportunity, and they're cannibalizing all those corner boosts right now, really struggling to get the ball actually into a scoreable position. So while they hold a lot of pressure, Gen.G doing an excellent job of moving the ball around the net and making it difficult for them to actually shoot one. As Beast Mode, little floater towards the goal, and apparently Jack maybe not the strongest clear that he would have liked, and that means another few opportunities for V1 here.
Version 1, their offense just circling like sharks. It's almost impossible right now for Gen.G to get clear, and thankfully they get this ball into the blue half. Let's see if they can stay in any type of offense. My goodness, just bombs that ball downfield, and Calm can't quite get the touch. Torment denied by that post, as Gen.G might have gotten away with one there as the game remains all tied up.
Old pass to Calm, straight down. Apparently Jack in a great spot for it, read it beautifully. Chronic stuck on the backboard. I thought for sure version 1 was going to come away with a goal somewhere along the line in that sequence. Unfortunately, just not able to get it in between the posts. Apparently Jack with a big win, trying to jam it near post, and good save from Calm, forcing him to go through the car, working it out to safety.
Just saw a little miscommunication there between Jack and Nolly, and like we were talking about Chiefs, we're going to see a few of those, at least in this first regional here in the fall split, as Chronic can't get the touch. I think Nolly got the shot on target. Might have pushed it just enough off target, as Calm pushing downfield has Beast Mode to work with, and Beast Mode goes for demo but turns off at the last moment. Had he kept his head forward and looked for contact, I think maybe that might have been a goal for version 1.
They're doing a nice job reading the challenges, positioning well. They're definitely focused on not losing one on the version 1 side rather than trying to just straight win them. They don't want to maybe undershoot a ball or just get absolutely crushed on a challenge. Beast Mode, poke one out to the corner.
Oh, nice,
Chronic. Gen.G a chance. Oh! And that one's off the bar. Chronic, can you put it away? Torment's already recovered on the backboard. I don't know if Chronic actually had a way to shoot that ball from where he was without taking another look at it, but that one's going to sting a little bit. But still a lot of time here in game 2, and finally a chance to really press this Version 1 defense.
Yeah, and right now they're getting very aggressive. All 3 members bunched up in the same corner, but no punishment coming from Version 1 as Beast Mode, just a snapshot on target. Final 2 minutes underway here in game number 2, and yet again, all knotted up. You've got to be impressed with Gen.G, how they're coming out, North America, making a statement, making these games close.
Great clears. Torment tries to hit Appjack with a changeup. See if he can catch him diving to the far post, and apparently Jack didn't bite at all. Great poise on the goal line there, and what felt like a surefire scoring spot for Version 1. Ollie trying to steal away some boost. Apparently Jack wants the back post, and Torment's going to recover as well off the backboard. Beast Mode just going to launch this one away. They need the space and the time. Gen.G really starting to come online.
That's what I was talking about, Achieves. You gotta fire shots on target, especially when Torment's sitting back there. He's seen pretty much everything in the game, and you've got to do something tricky to get him to kind of bite on it. And already Gen.G doubled the amount of shots here in game number 2 as Beast Mode forced to go up, push it into his own corner. And final 50 seconds here as Chronic trying to keep the pressure up for Gen.G, but great stop there from Calm. Try and get the offense going here for Version 1.
Gen.G definitely trying to control those midfield boosts, driving forward, and will allow that press from Beast Mode, and the idea that they'll have more on transition here. Chronic to Nolly. Nolly needs to slow it down to buy a little time, and apparently Jack didn't think he was going to get through for free, so he was playing a little bit tighter. Unfortunately, couldn't make the adjustment to actually shoot one, and Version 1 get a little fortunate there that they missed the ball.
For real, I didn't think Nolly had any shot at getting a touch there as Appjack another pass, and that shot on target. Great 1-2 combo play to get the goal late in game number 2.
Tom just following this transition back in his net. He saw it get through everybody, was like, oh boy, there's a lot to pick from here. And apparently Jack, perfect shot, 75 miles per hour, straight above his head into the top corner. No chance for Calm. Beautiful finish. And Version 1 gonna have to press hard with 10 seconds now. Force overtime, and Gen.G no intention of letting a Beast Mode slow floater into the midfield, but Calm is there for support, and they get the bump, but they don't really have too much boost. Torment tries to pound it off the wall and steal the corner. Unfortunately, I don't think Version 1 quite has enough in the tank to get this counterattack done. They're going to try everything they can now that they have to go the whole length of the field, and Nolly's going to swat it to the floor. Gen.G wind it back up and get it going in game 2.
Impressive showing there from Gen.G. Maybe a little bit of nerves on display, especially from Chronic, but he comes into this one, gets the MVP here in game number 2. Tons of shots on target and gets the saves as well, just marching up and down the field, north and south, east and west. And Gen.G didn't outscore him by a ton, obviously, but man, they held pressure in that final half and really boxed in Version 1.
Yeah, really good show, especially in the back half of that game. Initially, you're thinking, okay, here comes Version 1. They've really got this figured out. Again, here in game 2, and you're wondering, man, what are you going to do? Well, want a few more challenges, got a few more boost pads, made sure they were able to go and get the ball a little bit better. And it helps as well when you win a nice clean challenge and you have apparently Jack placing the ball 75 miles per hour in the top corner. Pretty tough to keep that one out. So low scoring series headed into game 3. Few more shots in game 2. People may be finding more ways through the defense, but I'm not too sure who to favor in game 3. Gen.G definitely got it going, but I felt like Version 1 had a good thing going. It was just a product of circumstance. It's not like it's a consistent outplay from Gen.G in game 2.
No, I agree. I think it's just, the shakeup of game styles between games 1 and 2 when you've got an opponent that isn't really bringing anything as far as offense goes in the first game, and then they come out in game number 2 and just shot after shot after shot. Really shakes things up, but that's where you need to be successful if you want to be the best team in the world. And, that's what we see from BDS so consistently is where game number 1 might take them, few minutes, but they download their opponents and they're just so good at reading the game style, what their opponents are bringing. And Version 1 coming in here, and let's see if they're going to try and figure out Gen.G is Calm boxing him in. Great pass off that back wall. Mistake from Chronic. Didn't have the boost in Torment. Double tap. Can't find it, but Calm denied by Nolly. Great defense there from Gen.G.
Liked the idea. Beast Mode trying to lay it into the net as well. And Torment, I think with his double tap approach, good ideas to go towards the backboard, and unfortunately for them, the follow-up is not coming to fruition. Beast Mode tries to softly to throw him off the rhythm, and unfortunately, Gen.G refusing to let anything go. Huge defensive stand, racking up 4 saves in about 15 seconds.
I mean, the first minute, and Version 1 already had 6 shots on target, and the first one for Gen.G goes. Chronic, nothing but money inside post.
Tom kind of expecting Chronic to go up the wall there, so he gets stuck on the backboard, tries his best to reposition, but he can't really dismount cleanly without allowing a shot, so he's hoping to play it from the wall, and unfortunately for him, Chronic figured out where the hole was, went straight for it. And Gen.G survive an onslaught, and they only need 1 towards the other net to score.
I mean, great counterattack. That's what you want to see. As Appjack gets that one, Torment turns it away. And Version 1, they've got the shots on target, but it just felt like there was a little bit of divine intervention on a lot of those saves from Gen.G. Just seemed like shot after shot, there was always someone there from Gen.G just falling right in front of it. And it might not have been on purpose, as Beast Mode has an open net, but Nolly, good recognition to get up and get a touch on that ball.
Apparently Jack dodging the calm bump, and now he wants the air dribble bump. Beast Mode, great recognition there to support his teammate in short order. Now he has to follow this one up with not a lot of support behind him, and apparently Jack to stall things out. Calm and Torment, you're thinking, man, I wish we had a bit more boost to handle this.
Yep.
And Beast Mode going to wisely collect his corner, as thankfully Chronic didn't really have a strong grip on that ball in the corner, but Version 1 needing to find a clear, and what started as not a particularly consistent outplay at the end of Game 2 has started to look more and more like a defensive blowout from Version 1. They're just starting to really get pressed here by Gen.G.
Yeah, Gen.G doing a great job of stealing those corner boost pads and controlling midfield and not allowing Version 1 to go out and even get those little dime pads, because those shots are coming in. They're coming on target. And forcing Version 1 to respect those shots and stay up on that goal line as Chronic keeps this ball alive, and no one there for the follow-up, and Torment just going to launch down to Beast Mode. Can't get the touch, and Chronic up to Nolly. It's open and in. Great passing play to find the open net.
It was a big race there. Beast Mode hoping he could kill the ball or maybe hit it off the corner, and Nolly, great understanding and better pass from Chronic. That was with pace. You needed to be ready to go up and get it immediately if you wanted to score it. Nolly demonstrating the awareness and the execution, just beating out the third man, and now Version 1 find themselves in a tough spot. 2 down, 2 minutes to go, and maybe a third one. Beast Mode going to keep that out of the net, but Version 1, you need possession. Your backline just got demoed. Now Torment has to buy a ton of time.
And Appjack, tons of space on this ball, enough to gather up a few boost pads and just boot this ball all the way downfield. And Beast Mode, that touch got away from him, and Torment has to go up, has to push it back towards midfield. And I'm not sure if Chronic got bumped by Beast Mode there, but either way, Beast Mode was ready downfield, and great outlet pass from Torment to find him and break up this offense from Gen.G.
This one's going to take a tough skip for Appjack, but he's on it. He's got the flip reset towards the net, and he's going to find the dunk. Apparently, Jack is going to turn in number 3, and that'll put Game 3 on ice.
Oh, baby, flip reset into a dunk on the goal line. Appjack putting Beast Mode up on a poster, and Gen.G feeling comfortable here in game number 3.
Not even a bad idea from Beast Mode, pretty much his only clear line. Apparently Jack just managed the boost beautifully to stretch that one to number 3, and Version 1 kind of scratching their heads. I mean, they were playing well yesterday. They're playing pretty well today. Gen.G, as some would say, just built different. And Nolly's turn in number 4. Okay. Well, we got a minute, Subi. Let's hang out for a bit. I think this was done.
I already finished off game 3 on my notes, but whatever. But the read from Nolly, I mean, he was up a year ago to get that touch. Impressive display of mechanics from everyone on Gen.G in this game. Everybody getting involved. And again, for me, it's got to be Chronic. I understand he's not up there in terms of MVP, quote unquote, because of the score, but he's got 2 assists, 1 goal, a save, 2 shots. He is just
everywhere,
fitting so well with this Gen.G roster. Why not another one?
You know, it's not often that you can actually squeeze one by Torment when he's set in the net. You can see this one coming. He wheeled all the way back around, said, all right, bring it, Appjack. He said, okay, save it if you can. Torment was so ready to defend the top, the back post, but not right in front of him. 66 miles an hour. unfortunately for them. Version 1 going to be put on. Oh, no, we're playing best of 7s today, so we got more. I almost thought we were doing best of 5s again.
Well, I mean, when you go back to the World Championship and we had, 56, 57 best of 7s throughout those weeks or whatever, and we had one game where it didn't matter if, that game 5. What am I trying to say, Achieves? I don't know what words are, but whoever won game 5.
Oh,
what was it? Or their third game is, essentially turning it into a
very
best
high
5
conversion percentage for the series. If they ended up winning their 3 out of 4 games, then
there it
generally
is.
they
There
would,
it is.
Yeah. If they won game 5, they would end up winning in either 6 or 7. But
there we go.
Anyway, version 1
and 1. Yeah.
Wisely here, they're going to take a timeout because this one was the absolute smackdown. And I think it's good to figure out. You got to change something because Nolly, apparently Jack, and Chronic, they just ran everywhere they wanted, got all the boost, got the shots on target, and they're like, okay, let's take a moment here.
And you don't see him on screen, but I guarantee you Fireburner well involved in this conversation also to try and figure out what is going wrong against Gen.G, because game number 1, you did a great job at controlling the entire pitch. It was more of a midfield battle, but it seemed time and time again that version 1 was coming out of those 50-50s with success. And games 2 and 3 just has not been the same story. And for me, it seems that Gen.G has forced version 1 to either play too spread apart or too bunched up. They haven't found that Goldilocks zone of where to be positionally as a team. And Gen.G just continues to slice them and dice them.
Yeah. Definitely good placement in terms of where they need to put the ball on the offense, give themselves options, and more importantly, time to cycle back through and grab boost and be ready. That's the bigger thing for me as well, apart from, obviously forcing version 1 to space themselves out, but they're doing a great job controlling the pace of the play and not just allowing the clear to come over their shoulder while they're not ready for it. So Gen.G, I mean, you can see how they made it through in, I believe it was 4 rounds, if my memory serves. Let's pull it up right quick.
Yes,
4 rounds. Only 1 loss to FaZe Clan, but apart from that, they went 3 overs NRG, 3 overs Dig, 3-1 versus Team Axel, and that's a lot of people in Europe are saying, yeah, we know we were better the whole time. Now we just have to take all your North American spots and show you why.
Oh, I mean, whatever makes it more interesting, right? Because I really felt like North America had more dangerous teams than Europe last season. I know, hot take, but whatever. Sue me on that one. I feel like North America, the depth is just getting ridiculous at this point, especially with all of the transfers that we've had. We have Furia coming over. We have Applejack? Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. Apparently Jack and Nolly. But it's just so exciting in North America right now. And obviously Europe, dominant region right now. They are on top. They just won the World Championship. But for me, I think it's just going to be so exciting this entire season watching North America.
Well, first minute here in Game 4, going to be quite important here for version 1. You take the timeout, you'd hope to at least see a small adjustment in terms of possession or how the game is playing itself out, and currently they do hold a little bit of possession. I think Khan just got that boost stolen. No, he picked it up in the midfield.
Great read.
Apparently Jack pressing and Torment, great timing. Nolly looking for apparently Jack, and this is what we were talking about where in the last game, apparently Jack would have been ready for that, but this time it's a mistimed pass. Tom is able to jump all over it with Appjack giving the space right here as he goes and needs boost and tries to circle back around, and Calm dots it in with a big pinch off the wall.
Cookser is proud across the pond as Calm comes out with that pinch and puts it on target. And just a little bit of confusion on the side of Gen.G. Opportunity for Torment there. Can't quite get that ball, but you saw that pass over to Appjack from Nolly, and Appjack, he had no boost, and he just decided, I'll just bail out instead. And it put him in no man's land and nobody home, and that's why that pinch was able to find its way all the way downfield.
Beast Mode missing the bump opportunity on Nolly right there, but more importantly, making sure he secures his own corner boost on the way back. Not about to allow Gen.G. And Chronic, he's not trying to do anything right now except buy time.
Exactly.
He needs to allow Nolly to go all the way back and get the boost.
Oh, Appjack, no one there. And that shot a little too high off of the crossbar, and Gen.G finding the shots, but Version 1 doing a great job of defending the net as Calm forced into a snap save there. That was a tough shot to defend.
Apparently Jack going to kind of manipulate Torment into placing the ball towards the side where Chronic was waiting for it. Version 1 actually have a small opening here finally, and Calm really trying to secure the midfield boost pads as well to prevent Gen.G from getting an abundance of it. Pass to apparently Jack. Torment a few steps too far forward and can't cover the far post.
Well, just not a great touch here from Calm. Just centers that ball perfectly, and the only one that can get it is Appjack. And Torment left on an island there. Not much you can do to defend that. And Gen.G capitalized on the mistake from Version 1.
Yeah. Can definitely understand the thought process from watching the replay.
Absolutely.
Because the pass definitely intended to go to Torment. And it was unfortunately just a little too far away. And so he, rather than sit there and let, some of the best players in the world take a free shot anywhere in his net, thinking we'll try and go get that one out of the way. Apparently Jack is able to beat Beast Mode to the backboard. Beast Mode knew he had to go up there and get it off the bounce, otherwise he was getting scored on.
I saw sparks fly at least, but either way, great control and great concentration to rattle that double tap in. And Appjack, he is feeling good in this series. He loves this North American ping, I'll tell you what.
Now, here's the important thing if you're Version 1. You can't get too flustered right here. Yeah, you got 2 scored on you in quick succession, but you got to keep the overall score line in mind. You still got half a game to play. You're only down 1. You're really not in that bad of a spot, all things considered. It's more about how the rest of the game plays itself out. It's that perspective and the mental toughness, the chain dash from Beast Modes. And unfortunately, Chronic deep back preventing that score. Good idea, though.
Oh, and a demo trade there from Beast Mode and Nolly as Torment flip reset over 1 Beast Mode and can't quite get the touch to go in. But great delay from Torment there to get that flick to keep the pressure on, and Beast Mode forced to go up in the skies, race Nolly. Nolly comes out in favor of that 50-50 as Appjack can't quite get the touch, does get the boost steal, does get the ball, and Chronic gets the shot in. Appjack is playing like a madman right now.
Unfortunate for Torment here. I mean, apparently Jack, just a decent enough challenge. He's saying, don't let him clear it to the corner. Whatever else happens after that, I can try and influence. But if it gets to the corner, we're not scoring. So he just lifts the nose back, says, come take it if you can. Unfortunately, no clear for Version 1, and now they have to score 2 with 1:44. Nolly, no test for him. Easy plays. Did that 1 a dozen times. Calm going to size up the defense here. Apparently Jack going to prevent the flip reset heading towards the backboard as Version 1 definitely going to start trying to ramp things up. Beast Mode to Torment. Going to have to go deep across the pitch to find a teammate. Calm is already cut off by apparently Jack, but can he get the pass back in the midfield? Gets it a little too soft, too close to the defense, and Torment playing tight in the midfield, hoping to keep the pressure up. Fortunately, the ball squeezes around him.
Demo on the back half. That actually favors Chronic. Puts him right back on the defensive half, and he get that clear way downfield. I mean, just great heads-up play, recognizing, okay, I got... Oh, Beast Mode couldn't quite get that one outside. If he goes far post on that, which is tough to do, might have find success. And great read there from Appjack to break up that passing play.
Absolutely. Didn't lose track of where the Version 1 players were in the midfield. Understood he wasn't going to make the challenge, so he kind of just puts himself in the passing lane, and V1 unable to make the adjustment. Chronic all over this one, covering up beautifully in the midfield, wasting even more time off the clock. Apparently Jack wants another demo. Chronic can't sink it. Either way, they still have the insurance lead in Version 1. Gonna be kept out.
I mean, if you don't score here, it's game over as that ball goes all the way downfield. Torment slow plays that. App even slower, and Appjack and Nolly find success here, extend the lead, and you see the cool sip of water from Appjack as he puts Version 1 on match point.
They made some really solid adjustments here in Gen.G. I think Version 1 had a good idea. They're like, okay, let's go try and take away some more midfield boost. Let's prevent them from being in position so early. And Gen.G immediately adapt to that, that play where Chronic is just dribbling the ball on the sidewall at the start of the game sticks out to allow Nolly to go back and grab boost and Gen.G come right back up the field and then they're in your face again. That ability to change pace of play on a dime. And then when they actually start getting pressed by Version1 in the back half of this game 4, then they're able to insert themselves into the passing lanes, take away a couple of really nice shots. And if the only way Version1's scoring is with the Cookseer pinch from the sidewall, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I agree, because that's such a low percentage shot, right? The times that works is few and far between the times that it does not work. And for Version1, timeout's already been taken, so it's time to figure out what is Gen.G doing to find success. And for me, Achieves, I don't know if you agree, I really feel like the difference here is speed. Right now, Gen.G is just playing so much faster than Version1. They're beating them to the ball, they're beating them to the positions, and they're beating them to the boost pads, which I feel like is the most important factor in this game.
Yeah, that midfield and the corner boost whenever they get stolen has also been pretty big for whoever ends up being that. And speed, whether it be being generally faster than Version1 or in position or able to change pace of play when you need it to favor you. Definitely came out on top more than not. And unfortunately, here at the start of game 1, big flub from pretty much everybody. I think this was just a double commit. Yes, it was. There's Chronic and Nolly, and apparently Jack's like, guys, please.
I mean, great recognition from Torment there, and I'm sure his teammates were calling it out that it was wide open and free. And those are the hardest shots to hit in Rocket League, when that net is wide open and your teammates are screaming at you that it's a free goal. I mean, being able to sink that one from midfield. Great shot there from Torment, and Gen.G put on their heels for now, but as we saw in game number 4, they can come back and score in bunches.
Is that the spark that gets Version1 going back the other way? Beast mode to himself, and Nolly wisely getting all the way on top of that ball. Didn't want to allow the touch up towards the backboard where his teammates were going to be kind of grounded and having to play defense up. Instead, choosing to drive it down towards his teammates. Chronic looking for Nolly and unfortunately unable to get around it and put it on target, but Gen.G going to take a lot of map control here with Chronic challenging the ball expertly in the corners.
Oh, great touch there from Beast Mode. Get that one over Nolly is Chronic. Going to push this towards midfield. Gets the touch over Calm. Here comes Nolly. Gets the redirect and on target. Version1 not expecting this one to go straight in. My goodness, what a touch here.
Oh, and Nolly went and got that ball. He was driving in towards Chronic, and he had to kind of reach back with the nose and tip it back towards the net. Kind of over-jumped it a little bit, but made the adjustment. Actually, it ended up paying off because it took a little bit off the shot, and it ended up going under the defender. So Nolly, we get Gen.G right back in this one. Torment soft clear for Beast Mode, and Gen.G, good effort to get things tied up, but Version1 certainly not out of it yet. Pressing here in the midfield.
Yeah, Torment hunting for demos there, and for Version1, honestly, that's what I want to see at this point. I realize it's a tie game. You don't want to send the full house and allow yourself to get counterattacked, especially off of a big clear, but where we've seen them have so much success, usually there's demos to back it up, and right now we've seen almost no aggression. And while you don't want to just be the team that only demos, you want to have that in your arsenal. You want to have that in your bag of tricks. And right now, either Gen.G is just doing a great job at avoiding them, or Version1's just not really pushing forward too much.
Gen.G got a pretty good wall set up in the midfield. Immediately, however, broken down. Calm finally able to win a challenge through that midfield line. Torment trying to stall things out, but does he have the mechanics to really turn it in? Nolly just kind of stared at him and said, you're going to have to do better than that if you want to score. Calm on his lonesome, denied by Nolly. Torment camped out on the backboard. Beast Mode trying to figure out where he needs to be. Version1, really not in bad spots, but they're definitely going to struggle clearing the ball effectively here, and that's what you were talking about, Subi. They kind of get them all to bunch up there on that left side, and they find a gap, and unfortunately, it's just going to pop off the wall.
Oh, one of my favorite things in Rocket League is beautiful passing plays, and that was one that developed there, another one almost, but Version1 doing a great job at defending their own net, but again, starting to have a little bit of boost issues. Only Torment has some in the tank right now. Beast Mode just trying to keep this thing out. Abject, oh my gosh, what a redirect, what a read, and the ability to get that ball, not only on target, but just to be able to snap touch that. Impressive, young man.
Oh, and he got bumped. I was wondering why Torment couldn't go and get that. Someone from Gen.G came over his shoulder, just Goomba stomped him, tipped the tires on his head, and stopped him from going up and taking that one out.
I didn't see that. Getting Goomba stomped is one of the worst feelings in Rocket League, because it's like, no, I promise, I tried to jump, and you're just stuck on the ground, wheels just in cement.
I would have made it if it weren't for those meddling kids.
There it is.
Oh, but Torment gonna put it on the back post, tying things up. Version1 get real aggressive there in the corner, and Torment says, cool, nice pass, Nolly, I'll take it.
I mean, he's just sitting at the top of the box poaching, and great shot placement there from the veteran, going far post and rattling it in and keeping this ball game all tied up, not allowing Gen.G to get comfortable with that lead.
Oh, Torment had a chance there. Don't know if he could have actually placed it. He really was just trying to keep the ball there, and if it happened to go in, good. Fortunately, Gen.G kind of getting stalled out in the challenges, the midfield line, but apparently Jack has been able to recover. Nolly has to give this one up. Calm is pressing quick because they've noticed how quickly Chronic gets to the ball. Kind of puts the ball in an awkward spot, and that's what we're talking about, that change of pace. Chronic says, yeah, you're rushing? All right, I'll just follow you back to the corner. Take the ball back to our half where we can approach now on offense.
And as the last 60 minutes start to wind down, Achieves, this is the time for Version1 where you need Beast Mode to step up. You need his mechanics to be shown on full display. As we've seen so many times from him, he can just do some absolutely insane and impressive things. As Chronic gets the double to go inside and tuck it inside the post. Gen.G up one late on match point.
Oh, unfortunate bounce. Like, Beast Mode went for that challenge, and he wasn't positioned particularly poorly, but he lost the race. And unfortunately, that ball ricocheted off his nose, and it came hard off the backboard. And Chronic just kept the pace of that ball, smashed it as hard as he could towards the backboard. And a perfect follow-up into the top left. Again, the late go-ahead goal for Gen.G. Version1 trying his best to keep everything together. And
Great
Beast
save.
Mode's going to bail him out, keep him within one. Calm's going to get punted away from the ball. And Version1 in shambles as they have only 10 seconds to get it together. Ollie and Beast Mode get in a headlock in the corner when you need to score. And if they are down a man when they need a touch, everyone's going to be looking at that with question marks. And they do indeed separate. Torment one-on-one. Huge bounce. Beast Mode is really trying to size it up, and Nolly will just take it away himself. If you're not going to hit it, we will. And Gen.G close it out.